and welcome to our project Accessible Travel Solutions for Visually Impaired Persons,
Hello.
financed by the European Union through the Erasmus Plus program. First of all, I would like to ask you if you agree that this interview should be recorded and used across the project.
Yes, sure, no problem.
In this case, please present yourself, maybe your name, age, studies, occupation, and your disability. Is it's just visually impaired, or you have blindness?
So my name is Andrei ATS4VIP. I'm 32 years old. My studies are, I have a bachelor's degree in kinetotherapy, although I studied also psychology, but there I didn't finish my studies. Currently I am unemployed, and my visual impairment, well, it's blindness. I could say blindness because it's the residual vision that I have is not very useful in the day-to-day tasks.
Mm-hmm. How often do you travel abroad alone, and where?
I don't usually travel alone, but I did, I think 3 times. It's not that often. I went to see my sister that lives in another country, and in Portugal, and I went by plane.
Mm-hmm. What is your overall experience traveling alone? And here I think about means of transportation, board and lodging, and tourist attractions, maybe.
Broadly speaking, my experience were good, were positive. I can talk here about traveling by airplane. I like the fact that airports are, how should I say, are required to assist disabled people that are traveling alone, and they did that wonderfully, from the check-in to getting out of the other airport. So there was a guide person that took me and all the way to the plane, and then in the destination airport there was someone that picked me up, and that was wonderful. To lodging, I can't talk about that because I didn't stay in a hotel by my own, in my case, but tourist attractions, there was a funny thing once. I wanted, even though I didn't travel alone to Berlin, I was in Berlin once, but I wanted to visit a certain attraction. It was the Underworld Museum, and I wanted to check if the museum was accessible, because it was an underground bunker, and I wanted to see, first of all, if it was safe, and I wanted to ask if they had any caregivers, somebody that could maybe take me around the museum, and or if I managed to find a caregiver, if they would give that person free access, because I was interested in the museum, not the person, not the caregiving person. And the lady that I spoke to seemed to not understand nothing about what I was trying to say. She said, yes, we have guides, but it costs I don't know what. And okay, I don't need a guide for the attraction. I want someone to help me move around. And she didn't get it. She yes, that was one experience that wasn't pleasant, but normally when I go to museums, I do have someone with me, and normally they are very understanding, and a lot of the times they do give free access, like the European Union requires them to.
And tell me, what other obstacles did you encounter during your traveling alone?
Encounters, I think, well, not many obstacles, but in general, in travel or transportation, one major issue could be information. Visually impaired people, we need information that is adaptable. If we're talking about a bus that maybe doesn't announce the next station, or if we're stopping, if it's a coach between cities, a lot of the times that doesn't happen, or the information is wrong. And since the information that is announced some of the time is wrong, you don't know, when you get the information, you don't know if it's good or if it's bad, and you can trust the information that you get. So that's one example. Or for instance, information from websites, maybe websites aren't updated with information. So maybe this would be an issue. And I think one more, many times what I talked about the airport, many times that doesn't happen. Many times I know transport companies, or I don't know, don't really have procedures for disabled people, or accessible transport vehicles. I don't know. Maybe they don't have that announcing system, audio announcing systems. So a lot of the times maybe they don't have good procedures put in place for the disabled person, and they kind of have to improvise on the way, because there aren't a lot of us that travel, and when they see us, it's a totally new thing for them, and they really don't know how to help.
They don't have the necessary training for that.
Yes.
In this regard, please tell me, what if you use, and if yes, what kind of devices do you use in order to travel alone? Here I mean white cans, smartphones, guide dogs. Of course, guide dogs are not devices, but anyway. So what type of devices do you use?
I use a white cane, and I use smartphones for. I use Google Maps, and there are other applications as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What would you expect to be improved in regard of accessible traveling?
Well, the things that I were the impediments, like maybe more procedures or more accessible information. Not relying as much on people's goodwill, because although people are helpful in general, you do kind of feel that they are doing you a personal favor, because maybe transport companies or staff in a train station, for instance. In a train station, you're on your own. Well, they don't really have a procedure. If I say, okay, can you help me find my carriage in the train, they might not have a person, staff available. So they have to improvise and ask somebody else, oh, could you help the gentleman?
Okay.
And maybe a bit more, I know, some procedures put in place, some protocols for us, like the ones that airports have. That would be great.
And more trained personnel.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you. Would you like to add something else regarding the topic of the discussion?
No. I think I already said the thing with the museum, and I don't have anything else
Okay,
to
Andrei.
add.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And
My pleasure.
see you in the next project.